ओ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं गुरुदेवदेव। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ఒక భజన చేద్దాం స్వామి వారిని. అనంత రూప అనంత నామా ఆది మూలా నారాయణ అనంత రూప అనంత నామా ఆది మూలా నారాయణ अनंत शयना हे जगन्नाथ कमल नयना हे माधवा अनंत शयना हे जगन्नाथ कमल नयना हे माधवा करुणा सागर कालिय नर्तना करुणा सागर कालिय नर्तना हे कृपा सिंधो कृष्णा हे कृपा सिंधो अनंत रूपा अनंत नामा आदिमूला नारायणा विश्वरूपा विश्वाधारा विश्वव्यापक नारायणा विश्वरूपा विश्वाधारा विश्वव्यापक नारायणा विश्वतेजस प्राज्ञस्वरूप विश्वतेजस प्राज्ञस्वरूप हे दया सिंधो कृष्णा हे दया सिंधो अनंत रूपा अनंत नामा आदिमूला नारायणा आदिमूला नारायणा श्री नारायण भगवान की जय. So today our Tattva Bodha Satsang. So the invocation prayer of Tattva Bodha is Vasudevendra Yogindram Natva Jnanapradam Gurum Mumukshunam Hitardhaya Tattva Bodho Vidhiyate. So Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji explaining what is Atma. The student questioned, "Hey Guru, please tell. You are saying Tattva Vivekaha Vakshyamaha. I am leading you to the enquiry of the truth. Then tell what is the truth." Then Guru said there is one name for truth that is called Atma or self. Then this student is asking, now you tell what is this Atma. Then Bhagavan gave 4 definitions for this Atma. The first one is Atma Sthula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vyatiriktaha. This self is other than gross body, other than subtle body, other than causal body. This is the first definition. Then immediately student asked him, then Guru, please tell what is this gross body? Stula Shariram Kim. Then Guru explained what is called the gross body. Again he asked, Sukshma Shariram Kim. Tell what is the subtle body. And he described about subtle body. What is the subtle body? Today, the student is asking the third question. That is, hey Guru, you spoke about gross body and subtle body. Now you please tell. That is page number 43 in my text. Karana Shariram Kim. Today, third body discussion. Karana Shariram Kim. Page number 50 in your textbooks. Karana Shariram Kim. He asked, Karana Shariram Kim. What do you mean by this causal body? Define. Now Guru is giving the answer. Anirvachya Anadi Avidyarupam. Together, Anirvachyanadya Vidyarupam Shariradvayasya कारणमात्रं सत्स्वरूप अज्ञानं निर्विकल्पकरूपं यदस्ति तत्कारणशरीरम्. Definition itself a little difficult. See, anirvachya anadi avidya-rupam shariradvayasya karanamatram satsvarupa ajnanam nirvikalpakarupam yadasti tatkaranashariram. Swamiji, so many definitions are there, Swamiji. Let us see the word meaning for this causal body. The first one is causal body is anirvachya. Anirvachya means indefinable. What is this, Swamiji? You said you are going to define causal body, but the answer you are saying it is indefinable. Anirvachya. We cannot explain what is causal body. That is the explanation for it. Anirvachya. Let us see. Second one, anadi. Anadi means beginningless. This causal body is beginningless. Anadi. Swamiji. Avidya Rupam. Its Rupam. Its form is avidya, ignorance. Avidya Rupam. Then Shariradvayasya. Shariradvayasya means for the gross body and subtle body, this is Karanamatram. This is the cause for the above two bodies. Shariradvayasya Karanamatram. That's why its name is causal body. Causal body means this is the cause. Its two children are, one is subtle body, other one is gross body. It has two kids, subtle body and gross body. Shariradvayasya Karanamatram. Okay, Swamiji. Then Satsvarupa Ajnanam. What is the main matter of this causal body, Swamiji? Main matter of this causal body is Ajnanam. Ignorance. Ignorance of what? Satsvarupa Ajnanam. This is the ignorance about our own nature. Satsvarupa. This is one body. This is one layer in our personality. That layer is nothing but ignorance about our own self. Satsvarupa Ajnanam. Then Swamiji, what is its shape? How it will be? Because we know mind, we know. Because mind is the seat of emotions. Intellect, we know. Intellect is the seat of thoughts. We know thought, we know emotions, we know Shabda, Sparsa, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. All material objects of senses also we know. Then what will be the shape of this causal body, Swamiji? He is saying Nirvikalpaka Rupam. The shape of this Ajnana, this causal body, is homogeneous. Even thought also not there. Concentrated uniform experience. Nirvikalpakam means homogeneous, means concentrated undisturbed experience. Swamiji, do we have such kind of experience in our life? Yes, we have. That is deep sleep. See, the experience of deep sleep is It is a homogeneous experience. There is no disturbance at all. No experience is like this. Nirvikalpaka Rupam. Yadasti, whatever is there with all these conditions, that is called Karana Shariram. My dear student, you asked, "Hey Guru, please tell what is this causal body?" So these are all the qualifications for the causal body. You know, to understand subtle body, okay, little we can penetrate. Of course, gross body we can easily understand. But to understand this causal body, this Karana Shariram, is very, very difficult. This body is also part of our experience only. Even though to explain that, to understand that, we need lot of subtlety of intellect. Because, for example, somebody asks you, can you explain something happened in your waking state? We can explain. Can you explain something happened in your dream state? We can explain. Can you explain about your deep sleep state? It's very difficult to explain about deep sleep state because it is completely absence. The experience itself is an absence. Absence of thoughts, absence of emotions, absence of any objects, no feelings, likes, dislikes, even absence of my identity. That is called I. Ahamkaram also not there. I am experiencing the deep sleep, but not as an experiencer. So this causal body belongs to that sheath, that part. Still, Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya ji is trying to, explaining. Let us see how far my students can understand. The first thing is, it is avidya rupam. Slowly we will go. This causal body, this Karana Shariram is avidya rupam. Its shape or its construction, its material is avidya. Whereas when I explain gross body, when I explain subtle body, I used to say they are made up of with 5 elements. Panchikruta Panchamahabhutaihi Krutam, Apanchikruta Panchamahabhutaihi Krutam. Then it is easy to understand because there are the 5 elements what we know: space, fire, air, prithvi, water, ityadi. So combination of that, this gross body is there. Combination of that, the subtle body is there. It is easy to understand. Whereas this subtle body is not made up of with these 5 elements. Then Swamiji, this subtle body is made up of with ignorance. Ignorance of what, Swamiji? What is that ignorance which is the cause for the whole bodies? Other subtle body and gross body, everything is depending on this ignorance. This ignorance is Satsvarupa Ajnanam. The ignorance about our own true nature, our own true identity. That ignorance is playing the whole samsara. That ignorance is the cause for our gross body, is the cause for the subtle body, is the cause for our relations in the world, everything. Ignorance is ruling us. In Vedanta, there is one example. One man is walking in a darkness, light darkness. So he is going on his way, on his own way. On the way, he has seen one big snake. He has seen one snake. Terrific big snake with red eyes, with big hood, everything, dhoom dham. Immediately he was frightened like anything because that is snake. He's shivering, shouting, running here and there, snake, 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 snake. इतना गलाबा गलाबा कर रहा है. Because of his sound, one another man came. He said that generally in our street, snakes generally they don't roam. Our street is very rushy street, so there is no scope for snakes. So he said, hey man, please quiet, little time, please quiet, let me see also. And he put his torchlight and he put the light on that snake. There is not a snake, that is a rope. That is a rope. Then this first man, he also see, exactly it's a rope. Then that fear and his imagination, everything washed out. Everything is gone. Bhagavan Shankaracharya explains this example as Rajju Sarpa Bhranti. Bhranti means it's one kind of imagination. Actually, Bhranti means madness, exact translation. This Bhranti, this avidya, this ignorance, on Rajju, Rajju means on rope, he projected one snake. That projection gave all its own daughters like fear, shivering, shouting, and restlessness, everything. Now he is asking for the creation of the projection of snake and its consequences like fear, all his daughters. What is the root cause? Then we can say the root cause is ignorance about the truth, ignorance about the rope. So he confused rope as snake. It is a fraction of second in intellect it happened. That ignorance, that created whole samsara. This way they say this causal body is the seat of the ignorance about our own true nature. We don't know what we are. Then what we do? We project ourselves as something else. Then that projection will lead into other consequences. I am good, I am bad, he is right, he is wrong, I want it, I don't want it, I am comfortable, I am not comfortable. Mister, you are saying all I plus I plus I plus I plus. But the fact is this I itself is a projection. This I is a fake I. This snake itself is a wrong thought. This snake is creating all other consequences. Then he says it is wrong. Yes, it is wrong. See the light. There is no snake at all. The origin of this I is Satchidananda Swarup and it is common to everyone. This is one truth. So where the mistake happened, that is called the layer of ignorance. This ignorance will lead into the other two bodies. Then we project. That projection is called our thoughts. Even this body is also a projection of our own thoughts. People may ask, Swami, why different people, they have different kinds of bodies? We designed it in this way with the thought only. And what to talk of other relations? Everything is thought projection only. We project it and we do something and we get the results and we play all the game. But the root cause is this causal body. That's why they say this is the main platform for all other bodies. So this is the ignorance of truth. And this ignorance is beginningless. They say, he said anadi. Actual fact is any ignorance is beginningless. How, Swamiji? If someone he doesn't know about Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal, one monument is there in India. He doesn't know it. We asked him, do you know Taj Mahal? He says, I don't know. Next question. When this I don't know started? I don't know is ignorance about Taj Mahal. Aina? My question is, when it started, ignorance about Taj Mahal. He says, what are you asking? I am asking, ignorance about Taj Mahal, when it was started. He says, there was no start at all. When I came to know about Taj Mahal, then it is gone. That kind of structure it has. It doesn't have a structure like it started at one point and ended at another point. No. This Atma Ajnanam also same. People may ask, Swamiji, when was my bondage started, Swamiji? In Kali Yuga, in Dwapar Yuga, in Treta Yuga, when it was started? As a Jiva, when it was started my journey? When you are came to know about your true nature, that time it was ended. That will be the answer. But we cannot answer that when you are ignorant about your own nature. Peculiar definition. Beginningless. Anirvachya, Anadi, Avidya Rupam, Sharira Dvayasya Karana Matram. For the two above bodies, it is the cause. And Satsvarupa Ajnan. This ignorance is about what, Swamiji? This ignorance is about our own true nature. This ignorance about our own rope. This rope ignorance created the snake. That snake created all other things. We confused completely about our own true identity, main core part. That is called causal body. And this ignorance, what I pity is, it is nirvikalpaka rupam. It's a homogeneously, it is continuously traveling with us. Whether you are a Devendra, or whether you are a president of some great country, or whether you are a poor person, but it is common. Nirvikalpaka rupam yadasti. My dear student, whatever is there in very, very subtle form, that sheath of your personality is causal body, Karana Sharira. Swamiji, little we understood, Swamiji. Then Guru said, I don't want your understanding about causal body. Then my answer is, you asked what is Atma. I said Atma is other than this causal body. You are not even this ignorance also. You understand that. We don't want Maya. We want Brahma. Let it Maya be there or not be there. Anyhow, her existence itself is a fake. So, my dear student, you please penetrate through this layer also and catch your own identity. Stola, Sukshma, Karana, Sharirat, Vyatiriktaha. Other than all these layers is your own identity. You are beyond this also. Your nature is knowledge, not ignorance. Okay. And student said, okay, Swamiji, okay. Then what about the next answer, B? From today, we will start the question, answer B also. Actually, in the definition, Atma Kaha, in that B is Panchakosha, Panchakoshatitaha San. Can in this text, Bhagavan give Avastatrayam C as B. B will become C, then Panchakosha will come. So whatever Bhagavan says, we will follow. What is wrong in it? Anyhow, Guru is Guru always. Okay. This is the next following pages. Student asking, Avastatrayam kim? What is this three states of experiences? Avastatrayam kim? Guru's answer is Jagrata, Swapna, Shushupti, Avasthaha. You asked Avastatrayam kim? What are the three types of experiences? He is enumerating. The first one is Jagrata Avastha. Jagrata means waking. In some languages of India, I don't know Hindi, what they call for waking state. I don't know. In Telugu, we use this word. Jagrata means get up. In morning, they say, Jagrata, get up. Jagrata Avastha means waking state of experience. Swapna. Swapna means dream state of experience. Swamiji, we know this. We know this, Swamiji. Third one is Shushupti. Shushupti means deep sleep. Shupti means sleep. Shushupti means deep sleep. This is also one experience in our life. Jagrata, waking state of experience. Swapna, dream state of experience. Shushupti, deep sleep state of experience. Already I told we have so many experiences. We have so many experiences, but the common experiences for all are these three only. These three are common. Waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. Then student was not quiet. What is this, Guru? If I ask you just answering that and you are keeping quiet, again I have to ask. Yeah, ask. You said waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. Now you tell, what do you mean by waking state? You don't know that also. I know, but scientifically I want. Where we are all now, that is called waking state only. Expected. Guruji always used to say, people are, we are expecting people, they should be awake in class. They should not go to dream state. They should not go to deep sleep state. Okay. Then student asking the next question. He is asking, hey Guru, Jagrad Avastha ka, what do you mean by Jagrad Avastha, waking state? See, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, even he is explaining what do you mean by this waking state? What we can call as waking state? He is saying, Srotradi Jnanendriyaihi Shabdadi Vishayaischa Jnayate iti ya sa Jagradavastha. The Jagradavastha is, the waking state is where we Jnayate. Jnayate means we know. Where we know. Swamiji, what we are knowing? We are knowing Vishayaihi. Vishayaihi means objects. Listen carefully. In Jagrad Avastha, in waking state, we do one thing. That activity is, we know. We are knowing. What we are knowing, Swamiji? Vishayaihi. Objects we are knowing. What type of objects, Swamiji? Shabdadi. Shabda, and so on. They are 5 already I told. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Sound, smell, taste, touch, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, form. These 5 only we enjoy. Nothing, sixth one is not there. So these 5 objects knowledge we are receiving. Through whom, Swamiji? Srotradi Jnanendriyaihi. With the help of the sense objects. Where we do this job, that experience is called waking state of experience. This is the definition. We don't do this job in dream. We don't do this job in deep sleep. In waking state only, we experience different types of objects, or we can say different types of external objects through the sense organs. We use sense organs in Jagrata Avastha only. With the sense organs, we receive the knowledge of these 5 types of objects. This is called Jagrata Avastha. And there is one title for this Jagrata Avastha. Title for whom, Swamiji? There is one hero in this Jagrata Avastha. Who is that hero, Swamiji? I only. This I, when he identified with this kind of experience, listen carefully, when this I, he is identified this kind of experience, he has one name. That name is Sthula Sharira Abhimani Atma Vishwa iti uchyate. Ayin Vishwa analenta. When the individual identified with this gross body and he is relating with the external world, that personality is called, that, or otherwise that person is called Vishwa. It's very technical terminology. Swamiji, then why Shankaracharya brought this name Vishwa? What is the necessary? Because in our Upanishad, particularly in our Mandukya Upanishad, there the Rishi uses this word. Vishwa means this person. Now where we are, his name is Vishwa. When we sleep, his name is Taijasa. When we deep sleep, his name is Prajna. Bhagavan is introducing even that names also here. Swamiji, then why he kept the name as Vishwa? The translation for Vishwa is complete, full. Now please tell, in our personality, where we are full? In waking state only we are full. In sleep we are not full. In deep sleep we are not full. Something is absent, something is absent. Whereas in this waking state only, our personality is completely manifests. All 10 sense organs will work. All prana will work. Mind will work. Intellect will work. Body will work. Everything is in the form of activity only. So complete Venkata Chaitanya is available in Jagrata Avastha. Complete Venkata Chaitanya is not available in his dream, is not available in his deep sleep. That's why they put this name is Vishwa. Vishwa means our complete personality will manifest in waking state of experience. This is the definition Bhagavan gave. Srotradi Jnanendriyaihi Shabdadi Vishayaischa Jnayate. iti yasa jagrad avastha. Stula sharira abhimani atma Vishwa iti uchyate. Varni Vishwa ani anani. So Vishwa ante తెలిసింది. ఇంకొక 3 పాయింట్స్ ఈ వేకింగ్ స్టేట్ కోసం మనం తెలుసుకోవాలంట. ఏంటి స్వామీజీ అవి? ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్ ఏంటండి అంటే ఈ వేకింగ్స్ the first point is in this waking state only all 3 bodies will work. Ignorance will work, and emotions, thoughts also they will work, and sense organs and their activity also will work. Sukshma, Sthula, Karana, all the 3 bodies will manifest in this waking state of experience. This is one thing. Second thing is, other than deep sleep and dream state, we give lot of truthfulness to this state of experience. Aina? Completely we believe, completely we hold the experiences of waking state as truth. And Bhagavan answering why that kind of attitude we maintain, because one is, in waking state we see cause and effect relation. Today is there, this is the effect. Yesterday was the cause. If somebody asks, this was the great discussion, sir. Somebody asked, how can you say this waking state is real? Then the answer is, that man says, yesterday the tree was here. Today also the tree is here. That's why I believe tomorrow also the tree will be here. Therefore, this is true. This waking state is true. The subtle cause for this truthfulness is, there is a cause and effect relation in this waking state of experiences. In every experience of waking state, the main leading prompting factor is this thought only. There is a cause, so this effect is real. This is one thing. Second thing is utility. Utility means we use this waking state. I would like to eat something. If it says in waking state only I can prepare and I will eat, utility they say. Because of this utility and because of this cause and effect relation, we believe this waking state is completely true. That's why if anybody says waking state is also like dream only, it will come. It will come in further advancement. They say it is also dream. We say, no, what are you talking? This is not dream, this is true. Then he will ask, prove. Then we give these logics. It has a cause and effect relation. It has a utility. Because my father is there, I am son. I am here, my son. Cause, effect, cause, effect. So it is true. He listens. I cannot see in waking state, whatever I want, I can prepare, I can eat, I can go, I can kick, I can kick it by whatever I want, I can do it. Utility is it. So this is like, this is true, this is not dream. And Guru slowly takes us with our own logics only. He will give the knowledge on the logic, and slowly he will empower us, he will enlighten us. So let it be there, let it come when the time comes. So this is about this waking state of experiences. And one more thing, the main interest for our waking state is we do two activities, very subtle activities in this waking state. Swamiji, please tell what are the two subtle activities. One is doership. Second one is enjoyership. In Sanskrit, they'll tell one is called kartrutva bhava. Another one is called bhoktrutva bhava. These two only are binding us to this waking state of experience. Doership means kartrutva bhava, means whatever we do, before the activity, we feel some kind of subtle sense that is called I am doing. Swamiji, without that thought, how can we do, Swamiji? But if we analyze whatever we are doing, the activity, we claim I am the doer. I am the boss of this activity. But truth is, no activity is single-handed activity. It is impossible. No activity is a single-handed activity. It is a combination of so many factors. Even this satsang also. I may claim I am the doing. You may claim I am the doer, but no. There is a collectivity. There are so many factors in every activity. Even though we claim I am the doer, this is called doership. Okay, let it be that thought is there, I am doing, and he did one job and he got one result. And that result, when he receives that result, that time he will keep another thought that is very subtle. That is called I am the enjoyer. They say these two are very fake thoughts. I am the doer also fake thought. I am the enjoyer also. It is just a projection only. In mind we do this. Are bhaiya, why are you keeping this thought I am the enjoyer? Then we say, because if I don't enjoy this world, I am empty. This world only giving happiness. Without that, I am empty. I am zero, Swamiji. I am zero. These are all the play of the ignorance. As long as we don't know our own true nature, this is all true for us. Doership, enjoyership. It is giving happiness. Because of it only I am happy, Swamiji. If it is not, Swamiji, my life is gone. They say your life will be zero not because of anything. Something is there. If it is not there, then you can say I am zero. I am void. You are Sat Swarupa. So this is all subtle transactions in our waking state of experience. We just say, I'm doing, I'm enjoying, Swamiji. So gross minded. Nothing is you are doing, nothing is you are enjoying your own sukham. No material can give sukham because it doesn't have. Coffee has decoction, coffee has milk, coffee has sugar. But coffee doesn't have happiness. You have. Then how can you claim that is giving happiness, I am enjoying? No, because of your presence, it is getting glory. In doing also, I am doing. No. Even in gross mind also, every activity needs lot of hands. Everybody has some quota. But we claim. So this is all the jiva behavior in this waking state of experience. This is all because of the play of ignorance. That's why they say causal body is the cause for other two. This is true. This is complete, we say, but Mahatmas, they say. So, abhi to itna enough. What is Jagrut Avastha? Okay, Swamiji. Then the second is dream state of experience. Our Acharya always used to ask, do you have dreams in your life anytime? The unanimous answer is, Swamiji, we have. The magic of dream is, I think nobody is, we can exclude no one. Everyone we enjoy dreams. Then Bhagavan is explaining what is this dream. And then we may say, Swamiji, what is there to discuss about dreams, Swamiji? Why? Because it is completely untrue, Swamiji. There is no satyata in dream. Waking state only real. Mahatma says, no. The instruments what you are using for this waking state, majority of the instruments you are using even in dream state only. You cannot avoid that also to be considered. Then tell Swamiji what is dream. Swapna avastha ke eti. What is swapna avastha? Then he is defining, see, Jagradavasthayam yad drishtam yad srutam tad janita vasanaya nidra samaye yah prapanchaha pratiyate sa swapnavastha सूक्ष्म शरीर अभिमानी आत्मा तैजस इत्युच्यते. स्वप्नावस्था केति चेत जाग्रदवस्थायां यद्दृष्टं यद्श्रुतं तज्जनित वासनया निद्रा समये यः प्रपंचः प्रतीयते सा स्वप्नावस्था सूक्ष्म शरीर अभिमानी आत्मा तैजस इत्युच्यते. Swamiji, even for dream also there is a definition. See, in dream, gross body is absent. He is sleeping. This fellow is sleeping. Gross body is absent. Let's see the last line. Sukshma Sharira Abhimani Atma. Atma means I here. I. This I is identified with subtle body. Identified with subtle body means Sukshma Sharira Abhimani Atma. Here only that layer only will work. Sukshma Sharira. And that person, previous person, his name is Vishwa because he is complete. This man's name is Taijasa. Taijasa means, what is Taijasa means, Swamiji? Lightening. Tejas means light. Swamiji, how could this Acharya gave this name as Taijasa for this dream boy? Because this dream, it creates its own light. Dream also there is a light. If you dream, there is a light in the light means there is a knowledge. There is a transaction. Like Jagrata Avastha only, like waking state only, we do all types of things. But the knowledge, that effulgence by itself it creates. Whereas in waking state, no, we need a sun, we need an external light, we need a torch light. In dream, we don't need anything. We create our own light. That's why it is called Taijasa. Very lightening, because it has its own light. Okay, Swamiji. Then how could we get this dream, Swamiji? Experience, dream experience, how it will happen? Bhagavan is answering. How means Jagradavasthayam, in the waking state, Jagradavasthayam, in the waking state, Yadrishtam, whatever we see. Drishtam means whatever we see. Yadrishtam, whatever we see. Yatsrutam, whatever we hear. And so on. Whatever we touch, whatever we smell, whatever we see. So, Tajjanita, born out of those experiences. Tajjanita means born out of those experiences. Which experiences? Waking state experiences. Tajjanita Vasanaya. Vasanaya means impressions. In waking state only, while transacting with so many people or with so many activities, we collect some impressions. Yes, Swamiji, we collect some impressions. Tajjanita Vasanaya. These impressions, what they do, Swamiji? Nidra Samaye. When we go to sleep, Nidra Samaye. Nidra Samaye. Yaha prapanchaha pratiyate. These impressions, they create another world. That is called dream world. Yah prapanchaha pratiyate. They create another world. That experience is called dream state of experience. So the motherboard for dream state of experience is this waking state only. Whatever we hear, whatever we listen, whatever we touch, whatever we smell in this waking state, we collect impressions. That impressions, they will go inside. They will go inside. When we go to rest, they all sprout by themselves. They create their own world. And we enjoy that. And we both kind of enjoyments we do, depending on the impression. If the impression is horrible, Swamiji, weary dream, Swamiji, I was so much scared in the dream. If the waking state experience is very sweety, nice, Swamiji, my dream is so beautiful, Swamiji. We enjoy both kind of dreams. So the motherboard is this waking state only. Then Swamiji, you may ask, Swamiji, we are going through so many experiences, then why everything will not come into my dream? Everything should come, na? I have gone through so many people, so many places, and nothing, few only coming. Why, Swamiji? Because our intensity, our interaction intensity will create that impression. We don't interact very intensively with anything. We know that psychology. The main chore, they say, the main thief in our personality, he will collect something else in every experience. The main chore, the main thief. You may act whatever in waking state, but the thief in our own personality, he will collect his tasty impressions. That intensified impressions only he will project in sleep. and he will create one world. This is one thing. The main thing is, in that dream state, we project dreamer also. Dream, there is one I. Dreamer also we project, dream world also we project, dream contacts also we project. The pity thing is, we only creating everything, but we ourselves is scared of our own dream. We don't know why. Guruji used to say one joke. One boy, he got up from his sleep and he cried. And his father asked, "Arey, my dear child, why are you crying?" He said, "Daddy, daddy, daddy, daddy." Arey, tell what happened. "I was failed in my examination." So daddy said, "What examination?" "I was failed an examination which was happened in my dream." Then daddy said, "Even in your dream also you cannot pass." Then he was really, "Arey, it was my projection only. Even there also I was not passed." Completely we create everything, dream or dream world, dream experiences, and with our own impression. There also he knew that he is unfit for qualifying an examination. He projected in the same way, even though he has a right to project as a rank 1 candidate also, but he could not, because I said he is the chore. He projected himself as a failure candidate only. So this is another field of our experience in our life. Swamiji, why they consider even the dream means? Because in Vedanta we have to take the life as a whole. In our life it has its own role. And there the placement of gross body is not there, but subtle body is working very efficiently. There are our vasanas. They are acting. And Puja Gurudev used to say, if we understand, we understood it. Very easy to understand. He used to say, we have dream state of experience, we have waking state of experience, and deep sleep of experience. These three are the, listen carefully, these three are the three states of our own consciousness, our own Chaitanya. When we came out of from dream to waking, listen, when we came out of from dream to waking, from waking, if you see the dream, we completely wash it away. We leave it completely. There is no impression at all. And the fourth one is there, that is our own true identity. The same type of attitude will come. The person who woke up from dream to waking state, and if he sees back, what will be his impression on this dream? The same person, if he woke up from the waking state to that true state of our own experience, from there, if you see this waking state, the same. Completely it washed away. Array, there is nothing truth in it. It's a sport. The reality is something great, greater. I am the substratum for a whole, not substratum for the little being. The same I. The waker, dreamer, deep sleeper is the same I. The same I is Brahma. the breakage is you should wake up. Like how you woke up from dream to waking, you wake up. That is our glory. Avasthatraya Sakshi. That is you. He is explaining. With this, we conclude this class. After this class, you may ask some question and